Hey friends, it's Melanie Sobosinski. So just stop. Stop what you're doing right now. Collaborate. Listen, is what I said. Um, I'm about to tell you something that nobody ever told me. And maybe if they would have told me this, I would have seen success a lot sooner. I maybe would not have gone down the path of self loathing, body shaming, guilt, feeling like I fell off the wagon and like I was a failure if someone had told me this before all of this. So I'm going to tell you it in hopes that maybe, just maybe, if you're on this emotional diet roller coaster, you can unhook that seatbelt and get off and find happiness because it's not fun and it does not make you happy to be stuck there. So if somebody told me about this, if someone told me that going on a diet would have me losing my shit, I would never have done it, ever. Nobody ever told me these things, but I will be sharing them with you. So when I first went on a diet, there was really no need for the diet in the fact that I was never really overweight or fat or heavy, or it was because I just wanted to look different, and it was kind of expected to look a certain way in my line of work. I had no idea that I'd be going on this vicious cycle over and over and over again, only to be frustrated each and every time. This cycle of emotions, restrictions, body shaming, number counting, measuring, this complicated relationship that we have with diets. If I had known that was what I was going to be headed towards, I would have ran the other way. And I don't run much, so I really would have ran. It led me to very unhealthy relationships with food and exercise. And that is what I do for a living. Like, I help people with nutrition. I help people work out. And I hated it. I went down this path because this was what I was supposed to look like. This is what I was supposed to be doing. And I continued it. Even after I'd been on that cycle over and over and over again, I'd still return to it. It was like, oh, did I ever learn a lesson? Did I ever understand why I kept making the same mistakes? Did I ever understand why I always ended up frustrated, or why I hated myself, or why I felt guilty, or why I felt I was failing? Did I ever understand that, or stop for 1 second to understand it? No, I just kept seeking out the next diet. Oh, measuring this. Oh, this one's doing this. This is the new thing. I'm going to do it. Oh, 2-a-days. I'm going to do that. Oh, fasted cardio. I'm going to do that. Now, I'm not saying that that's bad. I'm not saying it's good either. Okay? Everybody's different. But where it led me was not a good place. And I know many people have been down this path and are stuck on this path and are stuck on this emotional roller coaster of things. And I work with my one-on-one clients on this. I work in my group training with this. You're going to get a little taste of it right here of what my 6 things are that I would tell someone who is about to go on that next diet. It seemed like after I had continued to go over that cycle again and again and again and again, I found myself suffering physically, emotionally, mentally. I hated what I saw in the mirror. I was starting to look the part of the personal trainer, health coach, fitness instructor, because Lord knows everybody complains about a fat trainer. Good God, why would I hire a fat trainer? Maybe that fat trainer has a story. Maybe you ought to stop and just take a time out for a second. But I didn't want to be that. I needed to be this that everybody thought that we were supposed to be. So I looked the part, but I felt like crap. I had no energy. My thyroid was not doing so well. Wasn't doing real hot at that time. But I was still obsessing. I was still obsessing over the next diet or the next quick fix or the next quick shake or magic beans pill or whatever it was, the coffee, the mix that goes in, whatever it was, I was searching for it. I'm also one of those people who's like, let me try it and prove it wrong, because I've done that many times. And I knew that I couldn't go on like that. I knew that this vicious cycle was going to bite me in the butt over and over and over again, and I would just end up frustrated. So I couldn't keep up with the 1,200 calories, the 1,400 calories, the weighing, the measuring, the insane workouts, the thinking that I was falling off the wagon, the thinking that I was doing wrong if I ate off the diet. I couldn't live like that. I was done fighting my body. I was done fighting my mind. I was done. And if someone would have told me these 6 things, life would have been so much easier, so much sooner. So I wanted to feel like myself again without this diet mentality. I wanted to be happy and feel comfortable in my own skin, like what I saw in the mirror, without that diet obsession, without hopping back on that emotional roller coaster, going through that cycle again and wondering what's going on and why wasn't I seeing results? If anybody's hearing a recording of that, I mouthed WTF. So if I could give any woman, man, whoever it is, first of all, I'm going to tell you diets suck. And someone said that to me a few weeks ago. They're like, oh, I know diets suck. They don't work. And I was like, yes, people are finally getting it. They're getting it. So yes, they suck. So if I could give every girl out there who's in this position, who I see posting the pictures of the shakes and the new diet they're on and the new magic pill or the new drink that they're on that's going to get them the results they're looking for, here are 6 things I would tell you before you even open that damn package. Save the receipt and send the shit back. Okay? That's not even one of my tips. I just felt like saying it. But before you open it, or before you buckle that seatbelt on to go on that roller coaster one more time and take that emotional ride, here are 6 things that I would tell you. And if someone told me this, I would have been like, oh, sis, why didn't you tell me this a long time ago? So here's number 1. Your body will fight you every single time. Every time you go on a diet, every time you do that restriction, every time you calorie deficit, every time your body will fight you because, do you want to know why? Because your body is a very smart machine and it knows what it needs and you're not giving it what it needs. So it's going to fight you. It's going to lose weight a little bit in the beginning and then your mind's going to start doing things and it's going to be like, screw this crap. It's Wednesday. I'm done meal prepping. I'm done measuring. Now, meal prepping's not wrong, okay? I like to have a few things ahead of time. So don't think, oh, she doesn't like that. But if someone would have told me like, hey, your body kind of knows what it's supposed to weigh and when you give it what it needs, it does what it's supposed to. It's going to fight you every time you get on that roller coaster. Physically, mentally, emotionally, and then you're going to gain that damn weight back. I can tell you that. I can tell you that in my mastermind class that I'm having tomorrow night, I'll put the link in the comments, that I give the statistics. I give the statistics of what happens when we get on this emotional diet roller coaster and how many times we gain it back and what we spend. Watch for that link. So number 2. Number 2 was probably you are killing your metabolism. I have a thyroid issue, so I was jacking a lot more things up than that. But when you mess with your metabolism, it doesn't know if it's supposed to be fast, if it's supposed to be slow. Am I supposed to be starving right now? Am I supposed to be eating? Am I supposed to be breaking down food? And then hormonal things happen, and it's just a whirlwind of craziness. So, yeah, you're jacking your metabolism up. And it's going to fight against you. I can promise you that. Your body will do what it's supposed to when you give it what it's supposed to, but when you're not giving it what it's supposed to have, it's still going to fight. It's still going to try to find its way. So here's one that is such a truth bomb and such a shocker and such a thing that I have tried umpteen times, and I feel like the very first time I tried to find this in this thing, I was probably 17 years old. Yes. Never was overweight then either. But you will not find it in a magic pill, in a magic supplement, in a shake, in a wrap, in a cream, whatever you want to think you're going to find it in that they're promoting, you won't find it there. You'll find frustration and you will find a lot of wasted money. So don't go down that lane. Stay in your lane. Don't go down that one. Don't switch into that lane. Here's one that I wish someone also would have told me, and it's funny because I think people saw how I was before because they still say things to me along these lines when they see me doing these things. Dude, it is okay to eat the freaking cake, right? Not the whole cake, but it is okay to enjoy your food. It is okay to have a piece of cake here and there. It is okay to eat things at a party. right there, without thinking that you have to go home and work out for hours, without feeling guilty, without feeling like you went outside of the lines or over your numbers. It's okay. And if I knew that, oh man, that would have solved a lot of frustration. That would have solved a lot of arguments that went on here. You suck. How come you can't stay on that diet? You knew that you wanted those results, and you're not going to get those results if you eat that. You're going to fall off the wagon again, and you'll have to start over again on Monday. I know I'm not the only one that has had these conversations with myself, because I see y'all out there posting about it, and I feel you. So I have to put these 6 things out there. So, eat the cake, right? Eat the cake, not the whole thing. Have a piece of cake. So here's my next one. There are so many more productive things that you can be doing other than obsessing over the counting of the numbers, over the number on the scale, over what your body should or shouldn't look like, or what you think it should or shouldn't look like, and weighing and measuring your food. There's so many more productive things that you can do with your day, with your week, with your life, than obsessing. Those are my 6 warning labels, I guess. I don't know what you want to call them. I have learned so much, even just in the past 6 months to a year. There's been a lot of walls that have been broken down. And I have learned so much about my own health, about how to take care of myself and love myself for what I freaking look like now and be okay with it. And to find that balance. And to have a healthy relationship with food and exercise. How hard is it to have unhealthy relationships with those 2 things as it is, and then in my line of work? I mean, I'm still a work in progress. I am not perfect. I am so not perfect. But I can tell you that things are so much different now that I'm not freaking out about, oh, this is too tight on me, or I'm so sick of this, or like, those things do not come in here anymore, because I've went through those 6 things over and over and over again, and tweaked and added and all these other things. And you might be thinking like, all right, well, you told me all the things that you've done, but like, now what do I do with them? What am I supposed to do? Like, how did you make that work for you? Again, look in the comments for the masterclass. This is huge, because when I was putting this together, I was like, I'm putting these tips out there because this is what has gotten me to where I am. And this is what I'm going to be talking about a little bit more and diving further into in this masterclass, of getting off that emotional roller coaster, that cycle that we just keep going on and on and on and on again. So look for that link in the comments. There's one more thing that I can tell you is I always say this, like, give yourself grace. Because, like, if we go back to all these things, like killing your metabolism, your body's fighting you, finding this thing in a shake, and oh, it's okay to have what is sustainable to you? If 1,200 calories is sustainable to you from now until forever, dude, you go for it. It wasn't for me. Oh my God, it wasn't. It wasn't, because my body needs more than that. And most bodies do. So if anybody ever tells you this, and I'm sorry, this is a disclaimer, I have to add this. If anybody ever tells you that 1,200 calories is where you should be, please, again, run the other way. I don't know where that came from. I had someone come to me and said, well, I was told to eat 800 calories and not to work out, and eat these granola bars or whatever bar they were, and I have to stay under 800 calories. And I was like, how's that working for you? And the person said, I'm freaking miserable and I'm starving. Well, no shit. Your body wants more than that. Okay? Sorry, I'm swearing, but it gets me. It gets me that people fall prey to this. And just these 6 things. If I would have known these beforehand, I would have seen a whole lot of different things go on in my life. So give yourself that freedom from this emotional diet roller coaster. Like, get off of it. Get off of it and learn to have a healthy relationship with food, exercise, and your body. Because you need to trust that your body knows what it's supposed to be doing. You need to trust that when you give your body what it needs, it does what it's supposed to do. And that your health is so much more important, and it matters so much more than any freaking diet that's out there, than any freaking quick fix that's going to promise you to lose 75 pounds in 15 minutes. We have to take care of ourselves, and going on these diets like this is not serving us. It is not. I see it, And some people, I wasn't in that place. I didn't see it a few years ago. I really didn't see it in myself. I really didn't. So it's my passion now to show people, to open their eyes up to this and say, you don't need another diet. You don't need to have this emotional attachment to all these things that make you feel like you're failing, that make you feel like smaller size is better, that make you feel like I have to go on a diet because I need to lose these last 10 pounds. How long have you been losing those last 10 pounds? How many times have you tried to lose those last 10 pounds? Maybe you don't need to lose the last damn 10 pounds. Maybe you just need to work on you and look over those 6 tips, those 6 things that if I said, this is what I wish someone would have told me before I went down this path, I'm telling it to you now, because I would have seen results so much sooner. And here's a funny thing, with all of this not being on a diet, with all of this taking care of my body, giving it what it needs, having the cake, not obsessing over the numbers, look, I've seen some things change, and weight is one of them, without a diet. It's possible. Anything's possible, right? Anything is possible. So that is all I have for you today. Again, I'm just going to plug this one last time. If you saw this or anything that I've been putting out there and you're like, yeah, I just, like, what else can I do to get off this roller coaster? That is exactly what this mastermind's about tomorrow night. The link will be in the comments. Hope I see you there. Otherwise, share it with someone. If this is valuable information to you, share it on your page. Tag a friend in it that could maybe use this and understand that they don't need to go spend hundreds of dollars every month on a failing supplement or a failing shake system. Or, dude, I've been there. I've tried them all, and you're not going to find what you're looking for in them. You're gonna waste a lot of money. So, yeah. That's it. I'm going to leave it there because I could say so much more about it. But, I hope you found this valuable. I hope this is these are tips that you can say, yeah, I can take these and I can run with them and I can find what's going to work for me. Because what works for one doesn't work for everybody. But you have to understand that it's not, this continual yo-yo dieting is jacking up all these things. So please get off of that roller coaster. Whether you go to this masterclass or not, just get off the roller coaster. Don't be afraid. You can do it. You'll survive. I promise you. That's all I have for you today. We'll chat later. Take care, guys.